Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, sir.
So I'd like to ask you to join with your video so that I could see you how you are and how is your face. Your face really gives me energy. Very often I request you people that you have to open with your video. I'm reported that today Pratiksha ma'am is not supported by electricity, so there is a electric cut. Therefore, I'm here to join with you. Are you ready? Okay. Many of the students, they have not joined with their video. I'd like to request our host teacher either inform them to join with the video. If not, then we have to send them to the parking lot. So till that time, I'd like to discuss with you. Last time we had very good discussion on disaster. How many of you have remembered that the massive earthquake of 2072 had been discussed, and there was a lot of disaster, and that disaster had made us in difficult situation, and we are there, and we passed that situation, and we are recovered now. So today we are going to discuss something different. I'd like to go to Mr. Nishal Keshi. Nishal Keshi, could you please unmute your sound?
Yes, sir.
Nishal Keshi, could you tell us very briefly what we learned last time in disaster? I think Nishal Keshi is not supported by the network or something else. That's a problem. So let me go to Mr. Ayush Shrestha. Ayush Shrestha, could you open your Ayush Shrestha? Could you unmute your sound? Okay. Ayush Shrestha will listen to us. So now I'd like to go to Mr. Rhythm Koirala. Rhythm Koirala. Whoever I put the question to, they disappear from the screen. This might be the consequence, or it might be the deliberate act. I'm not clear about it. So let me go to Bibi Samagar. So now,
Yes, sir.
yeah, could you please open your video? Each and every student is requested to open the video. Bibisa, could you share your ideas? What have you understood last time? We discussed about disaster. Do you have any memories?
I have understood um, uh, about the earthquake that happened in 2072, and
Yeah.
the people who are suffering, and how the people suffer in 2072, and I have um, I have learn about the thing about the how to make the dialogues or that dialogues and that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We solved the problems of completing the dialogues also. That was the guided writing. Thank you very much, Bibisha. At least you have shared your understanding. So let me move to today's class then. This is the first time that we are going to begin this unit. This is unit 5. Last time we discussed about unit 4, right? Expressing condolence as well as the writing one act play, dialogue or conversation. And this time we are going to discuss about the poem. Uh, can anyone guess which poem are we going to discuss today about? Voluntarily, anyone? Last time Carreras made the exact guess. This time, okay. Let me know how many of you have the textbook with you. Raise your hand. I could see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's great. Those who of you have not got the textbook, please try to get that as soon as possible, right? And you have to go to the textbook, and let me begin the poem today. Okay, so it's time to share my screen. Is my screen visible? Is my screen visible? I believe that you are just getting the pictures, right? The slide is here. So today we are going to discuss about How many of you know this man? Do you have any idea about this man? Anushka Kharel, do you know this man? Any idea? Have you ever seen the picture of this man? Anushka? No. Anyone, please? Srijana? Have you seen the man picture?
No,
Have you
sir.
seen this man's picture before? No?
No.
No or yes?
No.
No. Okay. This man, let's see. Do you see? The name of the man is given here, right? The title of the poem is The Rivals, and the poet is James Stephens. James Stephens was born in Dublin. Dublin is a city that is in Ireland. So he is known as Irish novelist and poet. And particularly he was interested in socialism. So he composed the poems on human emotions. And this is one of the poems that talks about human emotions. But the emotion is here used for wrong purpose. The purpose of using the emotion is wrong here. The poet is talking about the thing. So could you tell me the meaning of rivals? Anyone? Let me go to Samir Thapa. Samir Thapa.
Yes, sir.
Do you know the meaning of rival?
Enemies.
Rival means. What is the meaning of
Enemies.
rival? No idea?
Enemies, sir.
Do you know the meaning of rival?
Enemies, sir.
Enemies. Okay, okay. Let's take it. Okay, let's take it. Whether it's enemies or not. Let's see. And let's go to next slide. So let me go to Pragyas Subedi. Pragyas Subedi, please show me your face and tell me what do you see in the slide. Nisa Mahat,
Yes, sir.
what do you see in the slide? Could you please explain?
A bird and the sign of music.
Yeah, a bird and the sign of. Okay, Samir Thapa, could you explain the picture?
Here is an bird and music.
Yeah, good. Sign of the music. And where is the bird sitting?
In the branch of the tree.
Yeah, at the branch of a tree, right? And there is the sign of music, and the bird is just opening the beak, right? That means the bird is doing something else. What do you think the bird is doing there?
The bird is singing.
Might be the bird is singing. It's okay, great. Let's move to second picture. So let me go to Mr. Prolon Basnet. What do you see in this slide? There are two different pictures.
Dew on tall grass and fast blowing wind.
Yeah, dew on the tall grass and then
Fast blowing wind.
yeah, there's a fast blowing
Wind.
wind. Wow, great, great. So what do you see in this slide, Mr. Jayendra Dhungana? Jayendra Dhungana, what do you think the boy is doing here?
Sir, the boy is
Yeah.
blocking the sound coming from anywhere else by.
Might be. Jayendra Dhungana had made good guess. The boy is just, stop listening. Means boy is just covering his ear, right? So let's move to next slide. What do you think the man is doing here, Mr. Kariraj?
He's singing. I think he's singing.
Wow. He is singing a song. Very good. This is finest answer.
What a big.
Yeah, please. Okay. Let me move to next slide then. What do you think here, Susan? What do you see in this slide? Susan Shrestha.
I see a bird.
Yeah, go on. What is the bird doing?
It is singing.
What is the man doing then?
I think the man is irritated with the sound.
A man is irritated with the sound. Anyway, it's a guess. Okay. So let me go to anyone voluntarily. If anyone wants to describe the picture here, anyone please.
Sir, the
Unmute
singing of
yourself.
a bird is compared to the singing of a man.
Yeah, that means man is also singing, right?
Yes, sir.
Exactly, exactly. Do you see the competitors here? The speaker and the bird, both are singing together. The picture
Yes, sir.
talks like that, you know, they are the rivals. And this is whole about the poem. See the thing, the poem is all about these things. Just begin, let's begin from the very first. The bird is sitting in the tree and singing a song, right? And what kind of song is that? The song is about dew and the lawn. See the thing, right? And there is dew. We could see the dewdrops there, right? And the lawn, and there's a wind, gentle wind. And the bird is singing the same thing about. And at the meantime, the man hears the sound and does not want to listen. So blocks the ear. And then what happens? The man is also singing himself, right? Why he's singing, we would discuss later, right? This is just a picture, right? I'm trying to tell you the things through the pictures or with the help of pictures, right? And then finally what happens? The body is singing from one side and the man is singing from another side. They are competing each other, right? This is how the poem is developed. So in the poem, I found these are the new words you could do. You could see these new words, right? You just look at that. What rival means? The one who wants to take advantage of, you know, winning the competition. See the thing? Simply rival means competitor. One who competes, thinking another opponent, opposite one, right? So look at the meanings here and you could see. These are simply, and there is one word look, one word arrival. This is the word used in the meaning. So this is not in your poem. This is not given in the text. So I have given the separate color to the word. That means ground or field that is fit for sowing the seeds or planting the seeds. That is called arable land. Okay. So this is the first stanza of the poem. So let me go to Miss Arya Jha to read out this stanza. Arya Jha, please read it aloud.
I heard a bird at dawn singing sweetly on a tree. The dew was on the lawn and the wind was on the lea, but I didn't listen to him, for he didn't sing to me.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now I'd like to go to Miss Saisa Bhatta. Saisa Bhatta, could you please explain what does the first stanza, let's see, talk about?
Yes, sir.
Saisa Bhatta, could you explain what have you understood in this first stanza?
That the writer of this poem heard a bird singing on a tree.
Yeah.
And
yeah, please go on.
And the wind was also coming at the same time.
Sometime, very good.
But the writer of this poem did not listen properly the singing of that bird. And
very good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Why do you think the writer or the speaker, especially here the speaker, you know, in the poem we have to say speaker. Why do you think the speaker did not listen the song? Saisa?
Yes, sir.
Why do you think the speaker did not listen the song?
Because of the wind.
Oh, because of the wind. Do you agree with your friend Subhana Gazurel? Subhana Gazurel,
Yes, sir.
do you agree with your friend? Your friend said that the speaker did not listen the song due to the wind.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So we will discuss it later. Okay. So whether your friend's idea is fine or not, we'll discuss later. Let me move to next stanza. So now I'd like to request Mansi Patel to read out this. Will you recite the stanza, second stanza? Mansi Patel.
I did not listen to him, for he did not listen to me. That the dew was on the lawn and the wind was on the linn. I was singing at the time, just as prettily as he.
Yeah, exactly. So Pranav Khatri, would you please explain what have you understood after getting the second stanza? Pranav Khatri. Pranav Khatri, are you here? Pranav Khatri, are you with us? So I don't think Pranav Khatri is with us. So let me move to Karen Rajdal. Karen Rajdal,
Yes, sir.
could you please explain what have you understood from this second stanza?
It says that the speaker does not listen to the bird, and the bird as well does not listen to the speaker, and that.
Okay, go on. Could you tell us that what was the bird singing about?
The bird was singing about the dew on the lawn, and the wind was blowing on the leaf.
Very good. And why do you think the speaker did not listen the song of the bird?
I think he don't catch the point of the bird while he's singing.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We will discuss it later again. So this is the third stanza or the last stanza of the poem. So let me go to Subidhi Shrestha to read out. Subidhi Shrestha, are you with me? I've seen Solin Thapa. Solin Thapa, could you please recite the last stanza? Shreya Rai. Shreya Rai, could you please read out? Please recite this last stanza.
Yes, sir. I was singing all the time, just as prettily as he, about the dew upon the lawn, and the wind upon the leaf. So I didn't listen to him as he sang upon a tree.
Okay. Do you find why the speaker did not listen to the bird?
I think the speaker didn't listen to the bird as he thought that the bird didn't sing the song for him.
Wow, this is the answer that I started to ask from the very beginning of the stanza, and finally Shreya Rai answered it, right? There was clearly described, right, that I did not listen to the bird, because that there the writer or the poet used for, right? For here is used as connective to give the reason. For he didn't sing to me. See the thing. So the poet or the speaker did not listen the song of the bird. So let's begin with the first stanza. So look at this. I heard a bird at dawn. There was the time, early morning time. There was a bird. Bird was sitting in a tree, and the bird was singing very sweetly. Sweetly means very gracefully, right? Very beautifully, melodiously. The melodious sound was there, and very, melodious or sonorous sound was there, even if the sound was there, right? The poet did not listen to him. Look at the word here. I heard, that means hear and listen. The words are used somehow synonymously, but here means we simply grow conscious by the sound or external sound. It does not mean that we are paying attention in the sound, right? We happen to listen some sound, but when we pay attention to the sound, at that time, that is known as listen. Be attentive, right? Be careful. That is. So I heard a bird. The speaker heard a bird singing early in the morning. The bird was sitting in the tree and the bird was singing about dew and the wind that was on the lawn and lea. See the thing. This is what the first stanza said. And even in the first stanza, the poet said that, but I didn't listen to him. Why didn't the poet listen? Because the poet thought the bird was not singing for him. See the thing. And the bird was singing for somebody else or something else, not for the speaker. Therefore, the speaker did not listen. See the thing. If he wished to listen or if she wished to listen, could listen the sound. He was not disturbed or she was not disturbed by the sound of the wind. Simply, the speaker thought it was not for him or her. So I didn't listen to him, for he didn't sing to me. How often the speaker, right, repeats the same lines. I didn't listen to him, for he didn't sing to me. Repeatedly telling the same thing means the speaker is not feeling comfortable, right, with the song of the bird, rather feeling jealous to the bird and tries to sing the same thing, same subject matter, right? It's the speaker said that the dew was on the lawn and the wind was on the lea. I was singing at the time. At the same time I was singing. How he was singing? Just as beautifully as he, as prettily as he, means as melodiously as the bird was singing, I am also singing at the same melody. See the thing. I'm not weaker than the bird. I am as beautiful singer as the bird is. That means the speaker thinks the bird its competitor. So bird and the speaker are the competitors here. They are the rivals here. See the thing. Both are singing about the nature. Both are singing about the lea and lawn. But they are just singing as competitors. But the bird has not said that it was competing to the man. So this is the wrong emotion of the human beings. How we are guided by the arrogant nature. See the things. This is the ego. Because of this ego, we fall in trap. We are the victim of the situations. So we cannot enjoy the nature. This is how the poet is trying to describe. So I was singing all the time, as the bird was, just as prettily as he. It means the poet the speaker does not feel that in he is inferior to bird. He does not accept this. He thinks that, or she thinks that the speaker is as strong as bird, as good singer as the bird. See the things. So the poet is also singing, or the speaker is also singing about the dew upon the lawn and the wind upon the lea. Therefore, he or she did not listen to the bird. As the bird was singing upon a tree at dawn, means early morning. This is what the poem talks about. So very briefly, I have pointed some points, main points. Just look there. One early morning, a bird in the tree singing a sweet song about dewdrops and wind on the grass. The speaker hears the sound. However, tells the bird is not singing for him and not listening the bird song. At the same time, he or she thinks, right? Thinks he or she sings as beautifully as the bird on the same issue. This is the total summary of the story. Poem. My dear children, I have not written it in the form of summary. I have picked out the main ideas, and I have kept here the point and point, word and word. This is not the correct summary in the sense of grammar, right? Grammatically it's not correct because I have not made the sentence. It's not a sentence. So my dear children, just see here, and the poem is about this, about a dew and a wind that is on the grass, and the wind is also on the grass, blowing on the grass. And the same issue, the bird is also singing and the poet is also singing, or the speaker is also singing. Both of them are singing and both of them are the rivals. And we have to discuss then. So my dear children, I have to stop my screen now. So let's go to the discussion then. I have seen your chat box. Let me look. Many of the people have written there. Somebody has written that Abraham Lincoln. This is the picture of I don't want to say the name. Any one of you voluntarily, could you tell whose picture was that? Voluntarily.
James Stephens.
Yeah, James Stephens, right? The poet. Okay. Thank you very much. And Jayendra Dhungana has even given the pattern of the song, right? This is the rhyme scheme. A, B, D, C. This is the pattern. So scansion of the poem, we could discuss about this. So my dear children, here are many students, those who of them are out of video. Please connect with your video so that we could discuss. Do you have any queries? Anything to know? Any confusion? If not, then I would like to share another screen. May I? Thank you. So now let's go to, okay, my dear children, have you seen the question? Do fast, we don't have long time, okay? We have 3 stanzas. Again, I want to show you the questions. If you have found, let me begin. Let me begin. So, Mr. Subham Pathak, how many words did you find?
That breeze, wind.
Breeze, wind, one. Sorry?
And second, and a piece of land covered with grass, lee.
Lee. So, stop. I would like to go to Anushka Kharel then. Anushka Kharel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please, could you say the word of question number C and question number D? If you want slides, yeah. Any idea? Sambhav Ranawat. I would like to move to Sambhav Ranawat. C and D. Samir Thapa also. You may try. Both of you can try. No idea? So let's go to Jayendra Dhungana.
Sir, listen.
Yeah, which one listen?
C.
C, listen. Very good. Pay attention to the sound that you can hear. Good. Very good. What about D?
Sir, can you show the slide again?
That slide of the poem?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Jandra, is it enough?
Yes, sir. I guess.
Yeah, please. Sing. Okay, Kariraj, could you please help us? Do fast. We have just 1 minute. We are talking about question number D. We have 1.5 minutes. I would like to request any one of you, please, voluntarily.
Hard.
Any one of you, please, voluntarily. Somebody said hard. Am I right? That may be Pathak. Shubham, did you tell hard?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Hard is in the past form. There is a received. If there is a received or became, then you have to use hard. So please change it into here. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, my dear children. That's all what I have to do today. So I hope you enjoyed the class. And this is our class. And you'll get your assignment in Google Classroom. I believe that you could explain the things those who missed the class. And please go to the school YouTube and watch the video also. And you could get ideas. If you have anything to share, please come to the next class with your queries. Thank you very much, my dear children. Have a good day. I believe that you enjoyed the class. And most of the students, I request whenever I ask questions, please try to answer me. Whether that's right or wrong, don't bother about that. At least to try. Okay. So thank you very much. Have a good day. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Bye bye, everybody.